Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode in this Introduction to Python series. In this video, I plan on wrapping up Python functions. We'll be talking about return statements, passing lists or dictionaries through our arguments, and having an arbitrary amount of them. If you happen to miss the last video, I'd go check that one out and then come and watch this one. Alright, to start off, I think I want to cover return statements first. So I'm going to get rid of all the code that we wrote in the last video, and I'm going to make a new function. Let's call this one add. So what I want this to do is take in two numbers, so we'll have num1 and num2 for our arguments, and I want to return the sum of those two values back to the user. So the way we do that is by using the return statement, and then all we have to do is type in num1 plus num2. Sweet. So what this is going to do is the user is going to place in num1 and num2, so let's just say it was 1 and 2, and then it will return the sum of 1 plus 2, so 3. So let's see this in action. If we type in print, what we're going to do is, let's say, the sum of 1 plus 2 equals, and then we'll use our add function that we just wrote, add, and then we'll place in our two numbers. So we'll do 1 comma 2, save this, run it, and then we'll come down to the terminal, and we'll get an error because I forgot to convert this to a string. So we'll go string. All right, so now we'll save and run this one. And now you'll see the sum of 1 plus 2 equals 3. Cool. So don't be like me. Make sure all of your stuff is the same and convert your numbers to strings. I do that way too much. Another thing about return statements is, in general, you only want to have one return statement per function. Now you can have multiple ones, but generally you don't want to do that. It's just kind of like a common practice to have one return statement within your functions. All right, so what if we wanted to pass in either a list or a dictionary to a function rather than just an integer or a string? To do that, I'm going to come up and just modify this. We'll call it add all. What I want this new function to do is sum up all the values within a list. So our new argument, let's call it numbers. And we'll come down here and let's just say total equals 0. And we'll do a for loop, so for I in numbers, colon, and then all we're going to do is add whatever number appears in that list to the total. So I'm going to do total plus equals I. Then what we have to do is return the total. So the next thing we have to do is make a list. So I'm just going to call this numbers to add, and we'll just make this an empty list. I'd like to make it a little bit bigger, so we're going to populate the list in range this way with a for loop. And let's go 1 to 100. And then we're just going to do a number to add dot append to add each value to the list. And now we should have a list from 1 to 100. And then we can come down to our print statement and modify this a little bit. So I think it'd be cool to print out what our dictionary or our list looks like. Plus, we'll do number to add, but like I forgot before, we need to convert that to a string. So the sum of our list equals whatever it equals. So we're going to use the add all function now. And then within our add all function, we're going to pass in our number to add. Well, we should change this to numbers. Numbers to add. All right, sweet. So we save this and run it. Come down here. Maybe we should have gotten rid of this, but we have our list and it goes up to 99. So the sum from 1 to 99 is that. So in reality, I should have made this 101. Save and ran this. There we go. So we get 5,050 for the sum of 1 to 100. All right, so the last thing we have to talk about is adding in an arbitrary amount of arguments to our functions. I'm just going to start off by getting rid of this. And the best example that I can think of is when you're going to create a pizza and you're placing toppings on it. You don't know how many toppings a person's going to want on their pizza. You could have someone that would want 2 toppings, or you could have someone that would want 10 toppings. You have no idea. So if we were making a function that created a pizza, we'll call it the function pizza, and it took in the amount of toppings or the type of toppings that a person wants on that pizza. To do that, we would need an arbitrary amount of arguments. The way we create that type of argument is by placing a star in front of the name. So we'll do star and we'll just call our argument toppings, colon and then enter. So then all I want to do is print out a few things. Let's just say making your pizza with, and then we're going to do for topping in toppings, and then we're going to print out, and then I want to use a bullet point list. So if you actually hold down the Alt key and press 7, it'll give you a little bullet space, and then we'll print out whatever that topping was. So we're going to come down here, and then we'll actually use our pizza function. So pizza, and let's say that this person's pretty normal. He likes cheese on his pizza and pepperoni. Then we'll have another person. It's a little bit more adventurous. He likes pineapple, pepperoni. Oh, I need to. And then let's say he puts ranch dressing on there too. So if we save and run this, we can come down to the terminal, and you'll see that we get making your pizza with cheese and pepperoni, making your pizza with pineapple, pepperoni, and ranch. Anyways, that's it for this video. I think we hit quite a few topics for Python functions. As always, if you have any questions or you can't figure something out, just leave a comment down below and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.